Boom. We're good. Forgot to do that. All of that was... How am I supposed to start this? Just like a video?
Yeah, just don't do your fucking voice.
So we're doing this new thing on the channel where we do a podcast. Next Joe Rogan's here. Yeah? We just need Larry to be Jamie.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be Joe Rogan.
No, me neither. Yeah, so we're doing this new thing on the channel where we're gonna have a podcast because like this normally happens anyway. You know what I'm saying? Where we're just like sitting in the living room or something, and
We never sit in the living room.
what would you call it then?
The basement.
My basement.
Yeah, when we're sitting in the basement and we just have like deep conversations and shit about life. So I heard that.
No, we're chilling.
Honestly, you've never been introduced on the
Nope.
FSTV. This is Austin. And yeah.
Yeah, and I'm Colin.
Bro, you got the black beanie on and
Yeah.
everything. People immediately are getting triggered by that.
The dude in the hat.
Oh my god. Like, I cannot... I'm still getting comments.
Really?
Yeah. Of people just like...
I turned off notifications.
I'm about to just delete it at this point. It's hurting me. Whoa.
Sorry.
Was that Tinder?
No.
I was going to say
Not
respond
yet,
to
not
it.
yet.
Yeah.
I wish it.
Yeah. She's trying to figure out how she's got to respond now.
If she does, just be like, sorry, I'm on a podcast right now. I can't
Yeah.
speak. She's just like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Sorry, I'm a feature on a podcast.
Yeah. I'll talk to you for
I'm
a
at
couple minutes.
Minuin University.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Dude, I don't even know
So what are we
to
gonna
talk about.
start off with?
Yeah, I don't know.
Women?
Whoa.
Just go in,
I'll
straightforward.
let him assign that one.
I gotta start with that one.
Yeah, I'm fine with... I mean, Colin, do you have any sort of...
Not really.
Yeah.
So do you want
Mine's
like?
all kind of over.
Yeah.
I don't really have much to talk about besides apparently I attract people that want to be in a one-sided relationship where,
Yeah,
where I'm the one doing everything.
You're telling me. I feel like that's all of us, honestly. Because,
Yeah.
like, then you said that you had some sort of situation where...
Yeah, it's still that situation.
Damn.
Dude, she texted me the other day. She was like, blah blah blah. Like, I miss talking to you, and nothing's changed. It's literally the same thing. She just like
So she misses talking to you, but...
she misses talking to me, but she doesn't like sit there and like go out of her way to like try and contact me. And I'm not gonna sit there and like try and.
You're not going to be a double texter and
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm not gonna sit there and like try and.
It's not even going to be a single texter at this point,
I wouldn't
which
be
is
at that
good,
point,
yeah.
Yeah.
Just let her start it. So she just like starts the conversation and then it just leads to nothing and then...
Yeah,
Pretty much.
She doesn't have much substance to her conversations anyway.
No, it literally like it's like updates throughout the day. Maybe if I even get that, like I'm getting like, oh, I'm out of class now, and I'm like,
Cool.
what am I
Yeah.
supposed to say to that? Like,
Congrats.
like nice, very good, like cool.
Yeah.
You can't really reply to that.
Yeah, and that's all it is, because he'll respond for like 30 minutes, and if he takes 2 minutes to respond, she'll start blowing up his phone and be like, hey, you're
What?
ignoring me.
Oh my god, that reminds me of yesterday.
It's bad.
Oh my
So
god.
she texted me last night while I was playing. It was maybe Fortnite or Apex or something like that.
Apex.
Yeah, I was switching through games.
Yeah.
But she texted me and she was like, blah blah blah. Like you haven't. She like sent me 4 text messages and she was like, you haven't responded to me on Snapchat for like 4 hours. And I was like, yeah.
That's the huge.
Yeah.
Like, your point. And she was like, it's kind of annoying when you get ignored. And I was like,
You're telling me.
You're gonna sit here and say that I'm ignoring you and it's annoying, but you turn around and do the same thing to me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and like, so she's needy and wants attention.
She's needy when she wants to be.
yeah, exactly.
And then when you want to talk, she's like,
It's
Just
one of
ghost.
those things where you're always on her schedule.
Mhm.
You know, like you don't put her on yours because there's no point to, but she's always putting you on hers because when she's free, then it's her turn to talk to you, and it's
Pretty much.
so you're just getting used,
a
basically.
lot of girls do that now.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a weird dynamic. Like, she sits there and, like, gives me all this attention whenever, like, that's fine. like whenever she's home, it's like, hey, you want to do this, blah blah blah, and I was like, I'm not gonna sit there and say no because I enjoy
Yeah.
spending time with her. But whenever she's at school, it's like, it's either A, I don't exist, or B, I'm just someone to message
Yeah.
whenever
Someone
like,
to keep her occupied.
whenever she's like not doing anything, she's like, hey, blah blah blah, and I was like, I don't really care that much.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that was weird. I feel like a lot of girls do that now.
Yeah, honestly, like it's almost like I feel like there's almost some sort of culture, and I don't want to like blame it on the feminist movement, because I know you're gonna immediately get pissed off by that. But like where it's like they took women empowerment, but then took it a step too far, where
Now it's in their heads.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah, where it's like
I can see that on some cases. Yeah.
yeah,
I think otherwise it's just they. I don't know. Now it's 74 in here, and you turned it down. But yeah,
what the hell?
they're pissed at us. You shouldn't have changed it. Make it go up. Maybe it'll drop.
I don't want to do that. Why does it say 69 on the side then?
That's what it's set at, and then when it flashes, that's what it's.
What it's
that's what
at.
it is.
Damn.
Yeah, it's going up. Maybe the AC will kick.
The
in a
AC
sec,
in this
but-
place is so shitty, so that's understandable. But what were you gonna
Imagine
say?
that. But I think it's just a lot of women at this point choose to do that because they think it'll get the guy to try harder. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like if he really likes you, he's going to double text you and like do all this stuff. He's gonna be obsessed with you. But when was the last time you double texted a girl and it made her think, "Oh wow, he really likes me"?
I'm
Like, no, dude, that's like,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
she's literally thinking like, oh, this guy's a stage 5 clanger.
That's what
Get
it
the
is.
fuck away
yeah,
from me.
exactly. But then they wanna ignore you or like not worry about you until they choose to, and it's always at the worst time. They always pick the worst time for the dudes. Like you'll be sitting, like you finally had a night to hang out with your dudes, and then they want to sit there and constantly text you.
Yeah.
That's always how it is with Sophie. We'll be chilling, and it'll be 11:30, and Sophie will hit him up and get super pissed if he doesn't respond within 30 seconds.
Yeah. Dude, whenever she came home for Easter, she got so pissed off at me because, like, everyone came over. Then Grace and Maddie came over also, and she was like, I hung out with her the day after, and she was like, "Why didn't you invite me?" I was like, blah blah blah. I was like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
She got mad at me because I didn't think about her. Like, sorry, I was just trying to have a good time and
So you guys,
hang out with my friends.
as like backstory, you guys like never actually dated. It was just like a
No,
thing.
they dated.
They did.
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
2 years.
Huh.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's been
That's
a roller
even
coaster
weirder.
ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She used to always start, like anytime something would happen, she would text me and want to go get food or something, and I started ignoring it, and now she goes for Pat. She tries to talk to Pat about all of it, and it's pissing Pat off. But I'm like, bro, you just gotta stay out of it. Don't give her the outlet, because then she's forced to go to Austin, and then she can talk
Yeah.
to Austin about what's going on, and she still doesn't do that.
I feel like honestly that's like a huge thing with nowadays is like people just don't communicate
Yeah.
like their feelings at all. It's just there's always lack of communication and then it leads to conflict and then
Mhm.
that's probably like what would solve 90% of relationship issues.
Yeah, nobody tries anyway. Like
Yeah.
I feel like everybody that has been in a relationship since high school, like Brickler, like their relationship's solid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even going through college. But I feel like it's because they had that, like they've been in it for this long. They know how to work it and everything. But the people that are like, you know, right before college or in college, they just don't seem to like care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally second semester, senior year.
And it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's them maturing or the lack of maturity, what they haven't gained yet. But
Would you think that maybe
something's off.
they just, since they were in it that long and through all that stuff, that they like feel like they have to be invested in it then, and they have to make it work? Because it's like you're kind of like losing time at that point if you don't, which you don't, because you still get experience from it. But like people might think.
I think there's probably a solid amount of people that are like that.
Mm-hmm. They're like, I don't want to let this go,
Yeah.
because if I do, then I just wasted 4 years of my life.
Oh yeah.
That's how I was. I was like, I don't know what she's thinking. I gotta keep trying, and then it turns out that she just stopped trying. So that was the end of that.
Hey, at least you found out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Early on
Yeah.
too. Early on.
Yeah, it didn't drag me through the summer with it.
That would have been even more.
Dude, either way, it would have ended before summer. Like at that point, the rate it was going, it wasn't
Yeah. How long
gonna
did you
be
guys
good.
actually date for though?
like 3 months.
Yeah.
Did you cry?
No. Bro, I
Hey.
high-fived my brother.
Yeah, you even told me that, like, or Christian told me actually, that you drove up and you both like said something at the
Yeah,
same
it
time.
was right when he started to talk about Demi. He was like, right as he said something about Demi, I said, I'm gonna break up with Trisha. And then he just like looks at me, and I looked, and I was like, what?
You're both
Yeah,
just
and
like, you go first.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what were you saying? He was like, no, I want to hear what you were saying.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I'm-
break up with it? I was like, yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to tell you before it happened.
And it's good that it was mutual.
Yeah.
That she didn't like.
I think it was, what made it mutual was that she knew she knew there was a lack of effort on her side,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess it was just the way she put it was she's not ready for a relationship like that yet. You know, she's got her own mental stuff going. I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
specifically women nowadays,
Yeah.
um, are dealing with a lot more mentally. I don't know what it is though.
I would have to agree. Like,
I was literally
Like, is it just our generation where it just hits them harder?
I have no idea.
I wonder if it has something to do with. I'm sounding like some fucking radical right now with the women empowerment thing, where like, if they feel overly empowered and they feel like they need to like fit that to where, you know,
Like they think in their mind they aren't good enough? Is that what you're getting at?
yeah, but
Like,
it was
they
almost
need
like
to be
Mhm.
better.
But it was like you know how men, they have like masculinity, so it's like you're not a man if you don't know how to change your tire or something like that, and they
Yeah.
have that. If you don't know how to do that, you have that in the back of your mind.
Which is funny because, I mean, how often do you see a redneck changing his tire?
But like, it would be like the same with women. I feel like where, since there is an empowerment movement, which is great, but if it goes like too far, then it's almost like they like almost lose identity and they feel like they have to.
a
Mhm.
set standard that's
Yeah.
too high.
And if they can't fit it.
Yeah.
then-
So they feel out of place.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people overthink nowadays.
Yeah. I definitely do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I think the one main thing that guys overthink is texts from women.
I definitely do. Anyone, honestly.
Yeah.
Like.
Like we were talking about on the way up here, how women complain about dudes
Yeah.
and like how they're so hard to deal with or whatever, and then anytime a dude is talking about like how confusing women are, like they want it so much and they won't just come out and say, hey, this isn't happening, or you know, give me this and we'll be good, that kind of stuff. They never really explain, and that's where the communication comes in.
Mm-hmm.
They never really explain what's going on.
You always get the big text of figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. And then how do you respond to that? Because no matter what, she's probably gonna get upset at you. You know what I'm saying? Like either you're gonna go too far into it, and that's gonna piss her off, or you're not gonna think too much of it. You're just gonna be like, oh, this will blow over.
It's really
It's
just a
gonna piss her
test
off,
to
yeah.
see like what she thinks you're thinking.
Yeah, and
about
like how many dudes do you know that do that kind of stuff?
me.
Like when
I'm just joking.
when a girl's like, hey, what's going on? Like you seemed upset today. You're not gonna be like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like I was just tired.
Yeah.
You really think I looked upset?
It's
Like,
just my face, man.
Yeah. Like, it's just, I don't know. I think it's not like overly sensitive, but it's just there's too
Just
much
weird.
thought involved and not enough communication. Because then
Yeah.
girls will throw in there, oh, all you need to make a girl happy is like get her food and cuddle her or
Bullshit.
whatever. Yeah,
It's
give her
complete
attention. And I'm
bullshit.
like, really?
That's the fucking
'Cause-
tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm like, really? That's all. That's all you need? Because I would have.
I'm
I
about to
would
make
have
the
had a
whole world
girlfriend
happy.
since I was 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not that easy.
And it's always I always see it on Twitter, shit like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like that's all girls need, and then it's the same girl after that that's like complaining about men and shit like
Yeah.
that. And it's like obviously you need
Yeah.
more than that, or
Yeah.
you weren't being clear.
Yeah.
We're just don't go after douchebag guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's too many daddy issues apparently
Apparently.
with all the women nowadays.
And then it turns a good person into a douchebag
Yeah.
in the process.
I've tried, bro. Trust me, I've tried.
Oh,
it's,
trust me. Yeah.
it's hard.
I feel you.
I don't know
man.
how to be a douche.
No, not really. Just goes against all my morals.
Yeah.
Mhm. You always have that gut feeling. It's like that's not right. I
Yeah.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I always think about my reputation though, like, you know,
Of course.
not like my street rep or anything, but like, people know me as a certain person, right? And I'm not gonna switch up just so I can try to get a girl.
Yeah. You're not gonna
Cause
change
yeah,
yourself.
because if I gotta be a douche, the girl's not gonna be worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. If you have to change it all, the girl's not gonna be
Yeah.
worth it. Like it's just.
Experience that one firsthand.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, how many douches do you see that, like, what kind of wives do douchebags have when they're in their 30s, 40s? Like, they got the average douche. Now, the rich douche is a different thing.
Yeah.
The rich douche can get whoever he wants because it's whatever. I got money.
Yeah.
But,
Average douche is probably like, what comes to mind is like a skinny motherfucker.
yeah.
And like a big ass cow of a girl just like
Yeah.
following her around. I was like,
Yeah.
yikes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me, probably. Honestly.
No, you're gonna find some like Eastern European chick with all the Adidas tracksuits you wear.
Start speaking Russian and shit.
Yeah. You just threw in a little bit of a Russian accent.
До свидания.
Kuchnikov. I don't know what that means, but I hear it in Call of Duty, so.
It's probably like frag out. or
Yeah.
some shit. Enemy spotted. Oh my god.
But yeah, it's just everybody's on a different page. Nobody can really figure out what they want. And the people that know what they want already have it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's why people that have been in a relationship since, like, the beginning or middle of high school are still in. They had already found
What
the person that knew also what they want. So,
That kind of scares me though. Like if I were to, I don't know. Like if I were to find a girl right now, and
the lights flickered.
considering my dating history and stuff like that is pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to find someone and then settle down and then be like stuck. Like that's one person. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you're single, what are you doing with all the women? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're
that's
saying.
that's my thing. Like, when I'm single, I'm not running around, like, finding as many girls as
Yeah.
I can.
You're not racking up your body count.
Yeah.
Psh, if you're a guy, you can't even try.
Yeah.
You know how easy it is for a girl to be like, oh, dude, like, I'm horny right now. Like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fuck a dude. Boom. Fucks
Yeah.
a dude.
Yeah.
And
Guys
the dude's
like-
like, I'm horny right now. And the chicks are like, ew, who's this dude?
Why are you being such a fuckboy?
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry. And then that also tosses in the thing of when a dude gets a lot of girls, all his bros give him high fives, and then when a girl gets a lot of dudes, everyone's like, oh, you're a slut. It's like, no, that doesn't really happen.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
don't.
saying? Like-
I'm not giving a certain someone a high five every
Yeah.
time he pulls out his phone and opens up notes and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna, if if a girl came up to me that I know and she was like, yeah, I just banged these 6 dudes last week. I'm not gonna be like, wow, you're a whore. I'm gonna be like, sick, dude, you're
A
getting
whore.
it. Yeah. No, I'm gonna be like, dude, you're getting it. That's
Nah.
cool, whatever. If that's what you want.
I'm saying a whore for both of them.
I mean, yeah, but you know, if people hop into that thing where they know that this person's just gonna be looking for that one thing.
Yeah.
Like, girls hop into a one night stand, and then the next day, there's one of two options will happen, right? It's either she's gonna want the dude to text her, and he won't, or she doesn't want the dude to text her, and he does.
Yeah, that sounds
You know
about
what I mean?
right.
What are you doing?
Dude, this is lighting up so low right now.
It doesn't matter.
I feel like it does. We'll find out after this, but
I think it's all good.
I'm gonna see what this does. Woo! That didn't do anything.
You also raised and lowered your pitch, so you
You're
have to
right.
keep a pitch.
You're right.
You're still doing it. Stop.
I feel like it's a subconscious thing where it's moving, so I just automatically assume that.
All right, I'll do it. Yeah, didn't do anything.
I'll try these boys.
Bro, that's the main mix. It's gonna crank it.
Oh fuck, they were off. Gotta be perfect.
Why?
Why?
Bro, now you just screwed up the audio for the rest of it.
That's so low. All right, whatever.
It doesn't matter. We can always mess with it afterwards.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, can you just enhance it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enhance.
It just might distort a little bit. That's the main issue, but
Yeah,
it's a
I feel
learning
like-
experience.
I feel like we're gonna sound crisp.
Oh
bro.
yeah.
I hope so.
I'm digging the sound of my voice right now. I'm about to start reading myself like lullabies and stuff.
Serenade yourself to
Yeah.
sleep every night.
I'm done with those 12-hour videos on YouTube of a dark screen and thunderstorms.
Wait, so you actually watch those?
I've done it a couple times, yeah. Like if I know I won't go to sleep that fast, I'll just pop one of those on.
I can't say anything. And those like sleep affirmation videos.
Yeah,
where
I
they, like,
know.
Yeah.
You always watch those, bro.
Not always. It was like 3 times. They're weird. I'm not gonna talk about it. Don't me.
I don't know. You just
There's easy
some
ways
weird stuff.
to go to sleep. You just take some sleeping pills,
I'm not gonna do that.
chase it with some booze.
I'm not trying to get hooked on pills.
Phonics. Oh.
Hooked on phonics.
All right. Next topic. I'm done with the girl.
I don't know, dude. I feel like that was a pretty solid topic.
It could go on and
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Like, we could do like a 5-hour podcast about
Easily.
that. Though. And you know what the best part is? Girls are just gonna get pissed.
We already have a video where everyone hates us, so it's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal.
Yeah. But it's
Can't
like
please
I'm just,
everybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
like our following's just gonna be dudes.
Whatever. I'm fine with it.
But like I don't know. I just feel like if
You can't have a majority following of chicks if you're not posting like food or makeup shit or
yeah,
something about clothes. Like it's just not possible.
yeah, you're right.
Honestly, though, maybe girls will watch this and like in their head.
That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna take. It's not gonna take 3 tweakers talking
If we
about
could
it.
change one mind and be satisfied.
Yeah, yeah. If I get
Change my
one
mind,
girl,
change the world.
yeah. If we get one girl to comment on this and be like, you know what, you're right, and be like,
Fuck,
we're done.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. Never talking about that again.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. That was pretty solid. Ooh.
Got some ASMR
You ever
going.
pop your knuckles underwater?
No.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't even know if
It's
I can
just
pop
a
my knuckles.
solid pop.
That's weak.
I love the neck cranks underwater. Ooh.
There it is.
Yep.
I'm gonna have a stroke.
It just gets stuck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see you guys next week.
Austin, you driving me home?
Or to the hospital.
What do I do if it stalls in the fourth gear?
You just floor it. If it wants to be a bitch, it's gonna be driven like a bitch.
You could use the same advice for women too. Go back to it.
It's it's one of those whose line is it anyway or something.
Yeah. Things
Something
that
you
can
can
relate
say
to.
about your car, but not about your wife. She wants to act like a bitch. I'm gonna drive like a bitch. That would for sure be a buzzer.
Bro, I feel like I should get like an air horn app for this. It's like a.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like we need sound effects or something. They got these in here. That one.
Yeah. The weather's been pretty horrible.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
It's-
You know how
Tell,
hard
no,
it is.
tell me about it.
No, fucking tell me
He's
about
a
it.
landscaper.
That's what I'm saying. Tell me about it.
Do you know how hard it is to sit there and fucking blow wet grass on concrete?
Yeah, and then you just got clumps that are stuck to the ground.
Or in the lawnmower.
Oh,
Yeah.
it pisses me off every time. After we're done cutting the yard, he always sits there and like pulls the brakes or throttles, whatever you want to call them, and like brings it up and slams it on the ground, and there's like
A mound.
fat fucking pile of grass right there. I'm like, dude, do you realize that I have to blow this away?
Yeah.
Like I'm the one to make this look nice.
Yeah. Wait, does he do it on the concrete?
And then it
Do it on
stains
the
and
dirt,
shit.
dude.
Yeah.
He needs to start doing it on the dirt.
Yeah,
Or just flip it on its side and hose it out. Because then it's not gonna be smacked onto the ground.
yeah.
You're
but
diluting the grass a little bit.
Diluting it.
you wanna try lifting one of those mowers?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's Mike, bro. He's gotta be big, right?
He's like 6'4", 215.
Never mind that. That's like taller than Sadler, but smaller than Sadler.
Yeah. He's not.
Now, if
but-
we brought it up to Sadler, he would tell us. He would swear on his mom that he could flip one of those mowers easy. But I would love to see somebody do it. I don't care who it is. I just want to see somebody flip one of those mowers.
Are you talking like a rider or a walk behind?
A big walk behind, like a 36-inch walk behind, or a rider.
A 36-inch, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. One of those
This
big,
is not my
one
domain.
of those
yeah.
big walk behinds.
Bro, no. We have a 48-inch and a 52-inch, so
Whoa.
Are they ride-ons?
one's a walk behind, one's a
Okay.
rider.
Do you have the little
The Velky.
trailer?
The Velky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that called?
The Velky.
Bulky.
Okay.
So you know, like,
It's like a little trailer hitch that hooks on and then
That you stand on
wheels
it?
and you stand
Yeah.
on it.
yeah. So like, you're usually like all the mowers that we have are 0 turn, but if you have the Velky on it, you can just sit there and like ride around on it. Like it is a rider, but it's not a rider.
It's a stand-up rider.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a stand-up jet ski versus a sit-down jet ski.
Mm-hmm. I've never used one of those. I've probably even used a riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
And the
He thought,
don't.
bro, he thought that.
I
he
saw
thought
in
that
your
cars-
eyes.
He thought that cars were the same as riding mowers, where if you stood up, like the lower model riding mowers, he thought if you stood up and like got off the seat, the car would turn off. and
I was
stop.
9.
I don't care, dude. There's some common sense involved with that. And
Almost killed my grandfather.
how many times did you drive around when you were young and you looked at somebody, stopped at a stoplight, and they were hovering above the seat? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would that thought even be in your mind? But anyway, our grandpa had a brand new Specialized road bike.
Mm.
Thing was
It
beautiful.
was like carbon fiber. And
Yeah,
everything.
carbon fiber, yeah. Thing weighed nothing. And he had it hanging on his wall in the back of the garage. And Jake
Bro, it was his
goes
fault.
to pull the car in. And he just stands up off the seat and goes straight into the wall and just crushes the frame of this
Oh,
bike.
no.
And the wall.
Yeah, and the wall. And I
Did
was
you go
just
through
covering
it?
up.
There was brick on the other side.
Yeah, it was
shit.
drywall and a brick. So if he went through it, he would have dropped 5-10 feet maybe into the backyard.
Damn.
That'd been cheese.
But yeah, still, it was probably like $1,500 bike back then.
Bro, I felt so bad. I just went to my room. And they didn't even tell me to go to my room or anything. I just went in there and locked the door. And I just sat there like, you fucking disgrace.
And that's when his depression started.
That was before that.
Oh. Yeah, you can adjust these.
Dude, this is like the fucking Cadillac of chairs. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding.
for real. We need to figure out where they bought these.
Alright. What time you say you gotta go? 5? Oh, we got
What
fucking
time?
time. Almost 4:20.
Shit, get me back home.
What are the topics we got?
Yeah, we aren't cutting grass today, boys, but we're smoking it. That's what every pothead landscaper says when it rains.
Oh my god.
That's funny. It's still 74 in here.
What the fuck? I feel like my body's getting used to it though.
Yeah, I've cooled off a bit.
Yeah.
Do you know much about the shooting that just happened?
No, I didn't hear about it.
No.
I mean, I saw it on.
It was like a.
I
I
got
don't know what kind of
notification
campus it was. I didn't read much into it, but I think 2 were killed and maybe 4 injured.
When was this?
But they got the dude in custody. That's a big win, dude. That's a fat win.
Oh, wait.
If you catch a dude, like a public shooter, so especially at a school,
Yeah,
if you catch him before he takes his life, that's a big win.
I feel like I heard about that. Like, didn't like he post something on Facebook like an hour beforehand to like tip it off and.
I think so.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Because they're dumb.
I mean, it's just because they're trying to get.
They're trying to get clout. Bro.
Yeah.
I think someone saw it, but then Facebook took it down like somewhat.
Could you imagine?
Facebook was like, that didn't happen, and the cops are like, wait, we needed proof.
I was gonna say, could you imagine if like you did that on Facebook and said it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and then immediately it got flagged by Facebook and taken down? The warning. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, would you freak out if that happened?
It'd be stupid if they were
yeah.
to take it because they're literally taking away the warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the
Campus
cops have
shooting
nothing.
victim called a hero for tackling gunman. Oh. One of the victims in the mass shooting. I mean,
It was the one where 2 were killed and I think 4 were injured.
it's pretty sad that you have to be like, it's the one where.
Well, yeah, it's because we live in America, and that's a normal thing now.
I mean,
Home of the free and stupid.
2 counts
Yeah.
of murder, 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder, 4 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, discharging a firearm.
Bro, he's screwed. That's all I got.
Someone's getting 100.
He might get some
yeah.
of those off, but that's still, he's done.
Dude, I mean, yeah, the way the justice system is now.
Did you realize that? Like, people get like 135-year sentences. Like, just
Yeah.
say, you get
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Just give me the death
You're gonna
penalty at
die
that
here.
point. Yeah, like,
Bro, but they're not going to give him the death penalty because they want him to suffer,
yeah.
you know? Plus, killing people costs too much.
How do they do that now? They're just like
Yeah,
Dead?
probably.
It's like,
I think we need to bring back
the electric
firing.
chair.
No, firing squad.
that's definitely go against the 8th Amendment, but okay.
We need to bring it
Fuck
back,
the
dude.
8th Amendment. I'm trying to find, what weapon did he use?
I don't know.
The student couldn't. He said that the student couldn't run, so he just decided to tackle the gunman. That's some real fight or flight
Yeah.
right there. That's.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't use an assault rifle because.
I never saw a picture of the dude. I wanna see
here
this
it is.
dude.
I'm glad because they keep showing the hero instead of what the other dude looked like. But
Oh my god.
yeah,
That's a dude.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know, dude. I don't know the answer to all that.
But yeah, there really isn't an answer.
No,
So
I
we're
think
gonna
that's why
stop.
people just keep going at each other about it because in reality, no one knows the answer to it.
Yeah. I think the one political aspect of it that bothers me the most is that it just happened and people are going to be like, oh, you can't start talking about all these different laws and stuff because it just happened. Let them mourn first. And I'm like, you think that people are just going to be sitting there when they lost their kids and they're going to be like, I don't want anybody to talk about guns or anything because I want to sit at home and cry.
I think it's more.
Like, people need to at least talk about it. Not necessarily force action upon it, but at least bring it up.
I
You know
feel
what I mean?
like it's more of like if I had a kid and there was a school shooting and he passed away and immediately on the news it's just that I think it's mainly just the news because they flip everything both
Yeah, the
sides
news just
CNN
wants
and
to go
Fox.
hard.
Yeah, so I think it'd be more of like the media right now is fucking using this.
Yeah.
Basically using my son's death or daughter's death as a way to get views and like push an agenda and everything.
Yeah, and then it goes up to politics where the actual people that are in power are just chilling there because they know that now since everybody's pissed at the media for doing that.
I don't want them to make any drastic actions though because they're stupid.
Yeah.
They start pulling out a bunch of fucking laws and shit that they haven't actually looked over yet or anything. Then.
Yeah. My one thing about, my one political thing is the people that want less gun restrictions or the people that want restrictions on abortions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
kind of.
How you gonna limit one person's rights but expand yours? Like, yours end where mine begin. And I'm not gonna get an abortion, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to have free will with your stuff, you gotta let other people have free will with their stuff. And like, those are the two biggest things. That's the only reason I bring that up. But
I think it's mainly because of it. The views with that is that if there's an abortion where you see life beginning would end up being different to where someone else sees life beginning. So some people might see it beginning with conception, which I don't agree with, but
yeah. You see it beginning with conception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and then there's some people see life beginning as it leaves the woman and they view it as a parasite. So, I mean, that literally, use that term because it feeds off of her and it is basically dependent, so.
Feeds off of her after it's outside the womb anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suckle on a teat.
Immediately went to politics.
Oh, I think we gotta talk about stuff that's like that.
Yeah.
We can toss that around. We don't have to take sides or anything. Just.
Oops. Should have raised my hand.
We don't have to take sides or anything.
No, not just like. I don't mean like you can, like talk about your opinion, but not just be like, oh yeah, you know.
We're not gonna call each other idiots for stuff. Yeah. And you know that we're all probably gonna have differing viewpoints.
Yeah, especially you.
What do you mean, especially me? Name one thing that I will be like radical with that you'll like completely disagree.
Probably guns.
Probably guns. And probably education as well.
Yeah. Because I live with an educator, if that's what you mean.
Well, I just mean like, you know, free education.
Oh, yeah.
No. I'll definitely disagree with you on that.
I don't agree with totally free education. I think, you know,
we don't have the money to afford free education.
I think people should still have to pay for, like, room and board kind of stuff, but
the classes themselves.
If there's certain colleges where, like Mom, when she teaches at STLCC, she does it for free. And like the kids don't have to pay for it. But because she just wants to educate them. You know what I'm saying?
But then you're going to be either forcing teachers to work for free or using taxpayer money to pay them.
Well, she's not forced to work for free. You know
that's what I'm saying.
Like, you just do.
No, like it's noble of her to do that. Yeah, it's awesome.
Like schools that want to offer free classes would do it with a schedule of somebody, either a professor or another teacher that chooses to do it. You know, they don't have to. They have to be like, we got full courses, everything's free.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I think more universities could toss that idea around to have more night classes or evening classes with people or teachers, people that are certified to go in and just want to educate people more than get a big return financially.
I think that as the future goes on, we won't even need to see free education because I think with how, like, just like at YouTube, you can learn anything off of it, but you don't get a piece of paper saying you learned something off of it.
Yeah. But
there's courses like Lynda where you do get a certificate, and there's also a rise in massive online classes and courses that are completely free. And the only reason you have to pay for it is if you pass the class at the end. If you want to get it as credit, you can pay. So I think we're going to see more of that. And
I'd have to start doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Can you get a master's program through something like that?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
You should see.
Yeah, I definitely should.
Because I feel like the master's would be pretty difficult for you. Like if you start struggling with the class, you already paid for that.
Exactly.
The master's
yeah.
classes aren't cheap. So it would be cool if you could find something like that.
That's why I feel like there shouldn't be like an excuse of why people shouldn't be educated, because even if, unless they don't have access to the internet or the library, but at the same time, say you really want to make money and own your own business, you have the internet, you can watch, YouTube videos about how to do certain things with it, you can watch other courses online and stuff like that, read about it in order to actually do it. And then if you have your own business, it's not like people are going to look at you and be like, oh, you didn't graduate college, so
yeah,
they're just going to look at your numbers. Oh, you're doing successful, so
bringing up sex again.
it's always in there.
Every 7 seconds, man.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I haven't thought about it for like 25 minutes.
I was during the gun thing. The entire time I was like, wow.
I really need a girl.
Yeah.
And this is what the shooter looks like. Right back to it.
What the
I could see you doing that.
No.
You got a pretty weird mind.
I do, but not that weird. Let's talk about
Parallel
4:30.
universes.
Alright. I was literally about to say spirituality, so.
Dude, I'm just gonna say this right now, because I don't even know how many people are gonna listen to this, but I feel like the people that do listen to this will be like our friends, and I feel like most of our friends deal with like anxiety and depression and stuff.
Yeah.
The one thing that keeps that thought out of my head is just thinking about, like, I'll just hop in the car and drive, and you just listen to like some Avicii or something, like
hell yeah.
something like The Nights. That's
Something that you can sing your heart out to.
Yeah, and it's just like, when was it?
Okay.
It's just like how many things weren't given the chance to be on this world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we're really gonna sit here and focus on, and I'm not saying like people that are depressed or whatever like need to just toughen up and think about this, but like we're on this world and not a lot of people get to experience it. So just having that thought of, we were lucky enough to be put on this planet and we get to experience it, we get to travel and do all this stuff, and well, a lot of people will say that they don't have the money or they don't have the time to travel or see stuff. You can always make time for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really comes down to people that are stuck in a mindset where they think they're never, like, life's never going to change, it's never going to get better or whatever. I saw something that said if you're depressed, you're focused on the past, and if you're anxious, you're focused on the future. So
if you're both.
So you have to
asking for a friend.
You just have to listen. Then it's both.
Yeah.
That's how it would work. You just gotta focus on the present, because then you don't have any intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
But I think anxiety can still be in the present. Like if you're having stress pains or something, that's really what did it with me with anxiety, was like I would just get stress pains in weird places, and it would freak me out. But then I was like, bro, if I was gonna die, I would have died by now. I'm 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
If my chest is making funny pains, I'm gonna die pretty quick after that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be, oh, dude, it's been doing it for 3 days, I need to go to the hospital. It's like, alright, yeah, we're chilling. Just don't think about it. You know?
It's amazing what your mindset can do to your body, though, too.
Yeah.
So if you, like, feel, if you start becoming depressed or anxious or something, it can actually impact, like, your health, like, your actual, like, you get sick and impact your immune system.
That's why a lot of people get sick around finals. It's because of that, all the stress.
I get sick maybe once a year.
Bro, I start to get sick in the fall, and then it's just downhill.
Yeah.
I'll be snotty nose free for like a week at the most, and then it's right back. And then springtime, apparently I've got allergies now. I never had them, I wasn't allergic to anything, and now it's
That damn
killing me,
pollen.
dude. Yeah. Pollen counts are going up, bro.
Whew.
Global warming, jeez, dude. I don't know if that has any effect on it, but
Yeah, there was a fucking car that came up. It was on 70, and they were getting off on the ramp. Their literal back windshield was completely covered in pollen.
yeah.
Like
There's a
there-
solid
yeah.
green screen on it.
Like there was maybe like a little hole in like the top, all the way in the middle, just like you could see out of it, just a little bit, but I think it
Yeah,
was covered.
and anybody that's driving around behind them with their AC on, and it's not on recirculation, they're getting that sucked right in.
Jesus. We just went from depression to pollen. Just like that.
Dude, it's all about the world we live in.
Yeah.
I just saw something on, somebody retweeted something. It was about how climatologists are saying that if we don't act within the next like 15 years or something, what was it? It was like down to 134 months.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
It was
yeah, we'll be screwed. Like
Yeah.
we'll
Like it's
be on-
irreversible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the damage that we'll cause will be irreversible at that point. 134 months.
I saw that.
Well, that's coming up quick.
I honestly, at this point, I don't know if there's anything we can do that quickly.
No, I think it comes down to politics again. I think people just don't want to.
Politics can't act that fast.
Yeah, no, but like it's just people are still back and forth with each other. They just need to come to an agreement on what we could start to do. And we need people like Kim Kardashian tweeted about like, OMG, this is so sad or whatever. And it's like, how much money?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna sit there and tell us
That's like
that it's
everyone in
sad.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like do something about it. You could make a bigger impact than 50% of the people that are donating.
Easily.
Like you could toss
You could
$5
create
million
a
and be
charity.
like, oh, oops. I
Also,
could
like,
write this off.
she could like create a charity or something like
Yeah,
that in order to.
But she's a Kardashian, dude. She's not gonna do that.
I don't know. I
I
think
really hope she hears that. Somebody clip that and send it to her.
Just get Kendall Jenner to do it.
Yeah.
Self-made billionaire.
Yeah, self-made. That's
Yeah.
for damn sure.
Which one was the one that solved world peace with Pepsi or whatever? In the Pepsi commercial? There was a riots going on, and she walked up to like the police officers and then
I
the
think it was
protesters. It was Kendall.
I think so.
Get the whole Kardashian family. They'll change the world.
Yeah, apparently. They get paid to be in advertisements about them, quote unquote, saving the world.
You just gotta sit them down in a room and just play a little Dickie song Earth
Yeah.
all day long.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll stick in their head.
Kanye watch that and be like, when the fuck did I record that? I'm Kanye West.
Yeah, I think people just need to.
I think the
And
market is changing to where it's becoming not cool, honestly, to like,
Yeah.
because if you look at Tesla and stuff like that, other companies are popping up and
Yeah.
trying to take an initiative.
You know what's really interesting? Have you ever guys seen like the Our Planet on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
No, I really
Highly
want to
rec-
watch it, dude. Each night I've gotten on Netflix, I want to click on it.
Highly
Right.
recommend. The first episode is like literally talking about how like you can sit there and like do your own part and like to like go around and like show like what's happening around the world and shit. And there was an iceberg.
Icebergs.
I want to say Greenland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Think so.
that's right. Yeah,
That's the cold one.
yeah.
Wildeburg cold one.
It's like losing like 100. I don't want to be wrong with this, but somewhere in the ballpark of like 100 million tons of ice. Like
Annually at this point, or
I don't know if it's annually,
over
but
the
like
decade?
it's a fuck ton.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
All I know is I want to see a fat glacier, and apparently I gotta do that soon.
Yeah?
Cause, yeah,
They're all gonna melt.
yeah, they're gonna be gone. By the time we're in our 30s, everything's gonna be.
I think it's
Goofed
because
up.
most people care about the now, what's happening right now. And so and if it's not directly impacting their lives,
Yeah,
then they're not going to do anything about it.
yeah.
Nothing will happen. I don't know if politics should be like I don't know. Maybe they could give like tax benefits to companies who are greener, so that they make they
Yeah.
don't spend as much money then, and then
Yeah.
that counters out the cost of having to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea to throw in.
Instead of punishing and being like, no, don't do
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
most
just
most
give an
companies are just
incentive.
paying the fines at this
Well,
point.
it's like in psychology, you know, it's you took a psych class, right?
Yeah, in high school, yeah, but
Didn't do so hot in, but I
Um,
took one.
about to learn today.
But like positive and negative reinforcement,
Mm-hmm.
like negative reinforcement, you would take something away, right?
Yeah.
Positive, you give them something. I think that's how it is. It's been a second since I was in a psych class, but
But if you punish them, I
if you
feel like,
punish them, they're just gonna find a way around it, you know.
because they almost have malice towards you, I guess.
Yeah.
Then, because it's
Mhm.
like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And like a negative reinforcement isn't always bad, because negative reinforcement is usually you're taking something bad away. So there would be like a negative reinforcement kind of policy where if you're green, if you're cutting down on so much with your business or your
Mhm.
company, then you take away those high taxes for them, right?
Yeah.
You cut their taxes down, that's negative reinforcement.
Like, okay.
And then their drive for it starts going up. Other companies are seeing this, they start doing it.
I like that plan.
I think it would be something worth thinking about more, but we aren't politicians, so
No, we're not politicians. We're not psychologists.
I don't have any connections in the political world.
Nope.
Just a bunch of fucking tweakers talking on a Thursday.
Yeah, just the trio of big dogs. Peace, boys.
Peace.
And girls.
And girls.
We're not hating on the girls, bro. I swear we're not hating on the girls. We're just, those are our thoughts.
They're facts, though.
Thanks. Yeah.
Done.
How about you, sir?
A little bit.
Yeah.